All right, looks like we're live. All right, Trey, this is for you. I'm gonna take off the camera so that you're able to see the game, the gameplay, so it's not blocking it. So I'm going to take it off right now. But I'm still gonna talk through it so you can hear me talk through it. All right, lost connection to the game world. All right, so from this screen right here, when you first turn on the game, all right, the first thing you're gonna want to do whenever you first turn the game on, you want to go to Open Director by pressing the A button, and you can navigate through your destinations. So at the very top, you have your destinations, you have your map, your quest, your store, and on the other side you have your roster and your season. All right, we're not gonna worry about season, roster, or the store. We're just gonna worry about these three right here: the destinations, your map, and your quests. All right, so first we're gonna start with the destinations. The first place you want to visit every time you start up the game is you're gonna want to visit the tower. The reason why you want to visit the tower is the tower gives you a chance to excuse me, collect new bounties. So the bounties are the in-game missions that you have to complete. You gain bonus experience points, which help you power up your character. You get to collect different weapons. You get to talk to different vendors, which I'll show you once we get to the tower. And you get to collect new quests to help you again power up your warlock and get through the game. All right, so we're gonna go to the tower. All right, so this is the map of the tower. So you have your hangar. So I'm gonna highlight each of the individuals that are in the tower, and then we'll go on from there. All right, so you have the Saint, the legendary Titan. All right, he's in the hangar section. You have Amanda Holiday. She's the one you can purchase new ships from. So once you get more money throughout the game, you can go to her and you can get new ships. All right, so this is the postmaster. The reason why it's glowing right now is because I have items that I couldn't collect while I was playing the game earlier. So instead of them being deleted, they go to the postmaster. So just like picking up mail from the post office. So if you have weapons or armor that you left on the battlefield that you couldn't grab, it gets sent straight to the postmaster. All right, this is like the store in the game, so you can go and buy things from this lady in the store. All right, you have your Cryptarch. So you get they're called engrams. So they're like these little colorful, either blue, purple, or gold little cubes in the game. He can decode those for you, so they can be decoded, and it can be anything. It's random, so it can be like a weapon, it could be armor, it can be a different, what's called a shader, which I have on my character, which changes the color of their outfit. You can go to this guy, Banshee44. He's the gunsmith. He does all of your gun bounties. He actually gives you different weapon modifications to help you when you're fighting more difficult enemies, which we'll get to later in this tutorial. All right, you have the vault. So whatever you can't hold in your character slots, you can deposit them into the vault instead of losing them. Then you have this guy. He's the Crucible handler. So all of the multiplayer games that go on Destiny, you can get bounties to accomplish those to get different experience points. And then this Vanguard, his name is Zavala. he is another vendor you can get bounties from. So see, I have 3 out of 8 weekly bounties completed. So if I complete all 8, I get a purple engram, which the purple, well, I can't highlight it, but the purple is considered a more powerful, it's a legendary engram. So it can be decoded into a legendary weapon or legendary armor. And then we'll go over here to this side of the map. You have another another person you can get bounties from. If you're part of a clan, you can go see her and you can get bounties. This guy, as you can see, I have different bounties I have to complete for this guy. Another person you can get bounties for, and the last person you can get bounties for. Alright, so we're going to start with the easier ones first. Alright, so you already know what this is. This is the how you travel to the courtyard. So we're just going to do a travel. Press A, going to go ahead and launch. And it should take probably about 2 or 3 minutes for you to get there. We'll see how fast this one goes. But I'm gonna try to make this a real quick part 1 video so you can get back to playing the game. But this is pretty much going to be on your bounties, collecting your bounties and your missions, and going through the menus for your character to go through the different gear, which we already talked about most of it this morning while we were playing. So this is going to be try to keep it under 10 minutes, but depending on how long it takes for us to get to the tower. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, it might be more than 10 minutes, but we shall see. Amaya, you finished with your bottle? You finished with your bottle? Maybe. Yeah. Alright, we're headed to the tower.
Looks like you want to ask me something.
Alright, so we're in the tower. The only 3 places that I go in the very beginning of the game is to these people. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up the map. I'm gonna hit the 3 lines button, which I call the start button. Then I'm gonna press the 2 squares button, which I call the select button, and bring up the map. So we're gonna do a circle. We're gonna go to the gunsmith, which is this guy. We're gonna go to the crucible, which is this guy. Then we're gonna go to the vanguard, which is this guy. And then we're gonna leave. That's all we're gonna do. That's all we're gonna start with, the easiest ones first. All right. So I'm gonna do my circle. I'm gonna go and slide over to Banshee.
So who won?
And so these right here are my bounties. So as you can see, I can only hold 1 at a time. So I already have bounties, so I can't pick up any more. But you can get a clue on what you have to do by just reading under the bounty title. So I have to go to the planet Nessus and calibrate weapons with precision final blows. So precision means headshots. That means you have to headshot the enemy until you get to 100%. But it has to be on the planet of Nessus. All right. I hear you. The next one says calibrate weapons against targets in Strikes, Gambit, and the Crucible. All right, so the Strikes and the Crucible are the main 2 I want to talk about. So the Strikes are on the Vanguard playlist, which I'll show you once we get back to orbit. And the Crucible is the multiplayer. So you can pick any weapon you want. You just have to shoot at the enemy. That's all you have to do. And eliminate them. And it says you can earn bonus progress for precision final blows. So if you headshot somebody and they die, You get more points added to your percentage, or you can use energy or power weapons, which your rocket launcher is considered a power weapon, and right now your shotgun is considered an energy weapon. All right, we'll go over all the weapon specs in part 2 of the tutorial. All right, so moving on. So these are the 2 weekly bounties. So you should have a whole week to complete this one. So the daily bounties, which you see under the side arm calibration, it says daily bounty. You have 24 hours to complete it. All right, so you have to just shoot people with your pistol, or they call it a sidearm. And eliminate them. You get bonus for shooting people at close range or opposing guardians, and the only place you're gonna find guardians is if you play the Crucible matches, because there are other players just like you. Alright, so you get a gist of what to look for with the bounties. Alright, remember I said only pick 6 bounties? Because the 7th bounty is a repeat, so additional bounties. So if you want to, you can pick up more bounties and more bounties. Alright, so once you pick up your 6 bounties right there, we're gonna run back here to the Crucible. So this is only the multiplayer bounties. Why can't those rookies in the Crucible be more like you? So same thing, you just read under them, whatever they have for you to do. You have a whole week for the weekly and 24 hours for the daily. All right. And then once you finish those, get those 6, you come over to here. We talk to this guy, Zavala.
Are you ready?
And you're gonna get the strike bounties. All right, so get these 6, which we talked about getting this morning. We'll go over the reputation and the quest a little bit later. All right, so all I want you to do is get the bounties. All right, so once that's over, you can hit your 2 squares and hold the Y button, and it'll take you to orbit. All right. So it should take a couple of minutes for us to get to orbit. Or maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so once we're in orbit, alright, this is where you hit the 3 lines button or the start button. Then you hit your 2 squares or the select button. And you're gonna hit the left bumper, the one at the top of your controller, till you go to your quest menu. Alright, so from here you're gonna see all of your bounties. So right now I have, in a single life, I have to eliminate 20 enemies. So these are all the bounties that I have right now. Alright, so your quests are gonna pop up in the game. Alright, so if you have a quest, like right now I have Discover the Planet Titan and the Introduction quest. Alright, I haven't really done any quests. I usually do bounties and the Crucible, and you rank up a lot faster, and it's more fun to me when I play. But you can go down this left column right here, and you can see different quests that you have. So I have a lot. I have a lot of quests. Alright. So just pick whichever one you want to start with. It doesn't matter which one you can start. You can highlight both of them so you can do one back to back. But remember, you highlight it so that it can be tracked. So you can highlight, you can track up to 3. So I had this one highlighted. Alright. Oh. So once you finish your quest, so you are in the quest menu, right bumper to the destinations, and this is where you pick your planet, wherever planet you want to go to. Alright, so the best planet to start with is Earth. Alright, you go to Earth, there's a lot of stuff you can do. So if you select Earth, just hit A to select it. It's going to pull up a map of what the Earth looks like in the game. So you can go to different places. Alright, so the green They are your friendly or your mission based icons, or green or blue. So blue is a quest and green is the actual vendor that's located on that planet. Then you have these swords are adventures. So it says reward, you can get rare gear. So these are really good for you to start off with if you want to start collecting weapons, different type of weapons, and using different weapons to try to find out which weapon you like the best. Then you have these glowing blue-orange. They're public events, so they're open to everybody to play. So you won't be alone when you play this. You'll have different people coming up and wanting to be a part of your event, or you can join people's events. Hold on, bud. Then you have a reward where you can get rare gear, so that's another plus because you're getting more gear. You also have these banners right here. So these are called strikes. Alright, so strikes are it's a mini quest. You can put it that way. A team of 3 people, you go and you can complete a mini quest, and you can get rare gear a lot of times, and you can get different different things. Alright, so Earth is the best place to start off with. You can go around, you can take out enemies. There's enemies all over. These little icons right here, these are what's called the lost sectors. So if you go into one of these, you are definitely going to get better weapons and better armor once you defeat all the enemies, and you have to take out the boss. Alright, so you have to take out the boss, and you'll get to unlock his chest, which will have armor or a weapon or something like that in there. Alright, but I'm gonna keep this video short. I just want to go over one last thing real quick. Actually, I'll say that for the next video. Alright, this is to get you started. Alright, so once you start collecting weapons and collecting armor, start with Earth. If you want to do multiplayer, Crucible is where you can do your multiplayer at. Alright, so if you click on Crucible, the best one to start with is called Control, because you have to take over points and control points. It's the best one to start with. Alright, and then if you do hold on, bud. If you want to do strikes, where the mini quests, you can go to the Vanguard and you can select the playlist. So as you can see this week, if you do 3, you can get a powerful gear, so you can get leveled up real quick. And then you can also do the strike that is hey, what are you talking about, Amaya? You can do the strike that is meant for, you know, the Destiny game, the Nightfall strike. So it's just you go through like another little mini quest. You go through, and if you do it 3 times, you get powerful gear. So that's another good one to do. But we're at 19 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So we went over the collecting bounties, looking at your quests, looking for quests, and where to start off with. So start off with Earth. Alright, start off with Earth, and then if you want to do a little multiplayer or a little bit of strikes, you can go to Vanguard for strikes and Crucible for multiplayer. And make sure you pay attention to your bounties to make sure you're completing them before the time runs out, because you don't want to run out of time. Other than that, that's all for the video. So I will be on later on tonight. Well, not tonight, but like this afternoon. Maya's blowing spit bubbles at me right now, so I probably need to change her diaper. But I'll let you get warmed up, and then I'm gonna FaceTime you here in a little bit. I'm gonna send you the link for the video so you can watch it. All right, I love you, and I will talk to you in a little bit. All right, bye.